Hi everyone, welcome back to ARC Trading. Hope everyone's doing pretty well, getting ready for the weekend. So let's kind of dive into ES today. Took a one short, literally just one trade today. Didn't see too much out there, but in the end, as traders, you can't force anything until you see your setup. Okay, now a couple things that I was looking for on ES today is from the morning, we still have that open daily fair value gap that it's failed to tap into as of yet. And then we still have these two daily volume imbalances that is price is still going in between the two. On top of that, we still have this daily fair value gap that I actually tapped into today. Okay. Just to go down in the 5 minute. So off the open, we have our London session here. Took a pretty big dip down. Generally, I was waiting for London session to get rated and look for a long. That didn't happen. Typically, I don't mind placing a trade before 8:30 if it's a really good setup, but it didn't really give anything. Hindsight, there's a couple of inversions that you could have taken. And there was also an SMT divergence. So just talk about that a little bit. On NQ, put in a higher low at around 7:40 in the morning, New York time, of course. ES put in a lower low at the same time. So that signifies SMT divergence. So typically when I use SMT divergence, it's going to generally to a short-term reversal to the opposite direction. Okay, in this case, making its way back up to the London highs. Okay. Now, main thing off the morning, like I said, I was looking for London lows to get taken, but it didn't, even though there was an SMT divergence. Off the open, nothing that really interested me off the 5 minute chart. Typically is what I would use, time frame that I would trade with. So we did go all the way through London highs, hit that daily volume imbalance, and also that daily fair value gap. Okay, so resistance up here is going to be a little bit expected. Price action wasn't the greatest, but oh well. Now, kind of chopped around. Typically by 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'm done. I don't like taking trades, especially during lunchtime. Afternoon, I will still keep the charts up, only if something really does come up. Now, the main thing that came up on the trade that I took was right here. So tapped in the daily fair value gap. This 5 minute fair value gap was actually holding really well at the 10 a.m. So went into it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times until the seventh time actually broke down, right? Now, at this point, I wasn't looking for a long, even though there was this break of structure right here going up. I was not interested in a long. If I was going to take anything, it was going to be a short at this point. But if nothing came up, then so be it. So main thing I saw was this break of structure on the 5 minute. So you see we had this lower high, lower low, higher high, and then lower low again. So that signified a break of structure right there. Now there was this fair value gap, and I did, which started at 44.69 to 44.7.5. Now, I was not comfortable taking this fair value gap off the bat just based on the buy program that we've been having today. It could have easily just shot up across these highs, stop me out, and then come back down. So candle went into that 5 minute fair value gap. I did not get in as soon as it tapped in. I waited for a rejection, and I got in right here at 44.67.5. And then risked off this swing high right here. Now, generally, I go for 5 to 10 handles. 5 handles, I'll take off half position, set stop loss to break even, then 10 handles, take off the second half. With this, there was a good amount of room to the downside, and the stop was pretty tight. And just in general, as of now, I didn't see it going down too far, even though there's a good amount of room just based on the price action today. So I just went for 2R. So 44.67.5 was my entry, 44.7.25 was my risk. So you're looking at approximately 2 3/4 handle, aiming for 5.5 handles on the whole position, which it actually hit. Now, just to show execution, I'm going to have 4 micros on both accounts, 44.67.5 entry. Now, the interesting thing is, even though on TradingView, it does show that this candle hit 44.61.75, on NinjaTrader, it did not. So as soon as it tapped into it, I waited for my position to be closed. It did not get closed, so I did manually close it out. I did technically lose 3 ticks off that. It's okay, because I knew once it bounced off, it was going to retrace. I was not okay with a retracement, because I would have just set loss to break even at that point, which chances are would have actually stopped me out. So overall, decent trade. Technically 4 3/4. I was going for 5.5, but 4 3/4. I'll take it for this Friday. Now, just based on NQ from what I saw, kind of the same scenario. I was going on and off with NQ and ES just to show you right here, that same fair value gap almost tapped into it, which I was okay with taking it off the bat. NQ moves a little quicker sometimes. Missed it by 2 ticks. Okay, and that's gonna happen. Unfortunately, you're gonna miss entries. Would have worked out for the same 2R move as well. But other than that, pretty decent week. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe. Any questions, feel free to comment below as well. Thank you.